Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm round in my friend's garden. The birds are singing beautifully. Gorgeous. Um, Unfortunately, there's somebody with electric whatevers cutting a hedge just across the road, so I'm hoping that this microphone will block it out, and I've sort of put a tree between me and it. I live in hope. So I want to talk about staying power. I always used to have a lot of staying power, but as I've got older, it has diminished. But I am assuming that is symptomatic of age, that I do need to take some more rest. I still get the stuff done, but it takes a bit longer. So I suppose in one way I've got more staying power because I keep at it. So is staying power the same thing as patience? I don't believe so. It can be at times, but at other times you can keep on and on through sheer determination that you are going to solve something, sort something. It's that that is driving you rather than the patient application of one thing after another. So there is a bit of a difference there. Does staying power help us? I believe it does. If you give up on things too quickly, that's not setting yourself a good example. Okay, sometimes you know jolly well that you're not going to succeed with what you've aimed to do, and calling a halt is a wise decision. But at other times, maybe just having a little break, having a brew, intake of breath, and on you go again. I'm wondering if it's less applicable to people these days than it used to be. I think that at one point my mum didn't have much staying power. She had wanted to get a job like her friends who were working in a local factory. And my dad and myself said, "You won't like it. You really won't like it." "No, if so-and-so can do it, I can do it." Anyway, she was making the little metal sliders that went on the guy ropes of tents. And she was just punching the two holes in that piece of metal. And she said it started off really well. They gave her sort of a shoebox size of these pieces of metal. And she merrily punched away. She said it was boring, but, you know, I did it. And she said, I was so delighted when I'd done it. I said, "Oh, I finished." And they said, "Right, okay, here you are." And gave her a tea chest full. Off you go, on you get. By which time it was nearly lunchtime, and she said, "I'm sorry, I really don't think this is for me." And she packed up and came home. Yeah, I should imagine that she came home starting with a migraine and went straight to bed. Because I think the sound and the repetition of the sound would probably start her with a migraine, because I know that repetition of light and repetition of sound did used to affect her. So I'm making excuses for my mum. But she stuck to other things. Sometimes you give things a try, and you know, it really isn't for me. So admitting defeat is a sign of strength rather than a weakness. That you didn't say, "I can't do it," without trying it. You had a go. And it really wasn't for you. We're all different. We all have our different strengths and our different weaknesses. And not everybody's strength is staying power. Not everybody's strength is patience. I remember seeing a teacher in school once who, because things weren't going her way, just completely threw a hissy fit in the staff room, stamping her feet, waving her hands and screaming away. I thought, okay, somebody not very patient there, or words to that effect. Fortunately, it was well away from the views of any pupils. But if you have staying power, good for you. Because some of us have to stay at those jobs that my mum couldn't tolerate. Those jobs need doing just as much as the jobs that people deem to be interesting. I'm sorry, I keep looking around. There's an oak tree here and it keeps dropping its acorns. And when they land with a plop, I automatically turn. So, celebrate your staying power. Celebrate your patience. And get on with getting on. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.